We are back and I've made this wastegate pipe, dump pipe for the wastegate, turbo wastegate. And I ain't no welder, but to me, that's actually quite decent. Anyhow, done that. Just waiting for one more shimless bucket. I need a 5.22. That is on its way. It should be here today really, or might be here tomorrow. As soon as I get that, we can fit that shimless bucket in there and check the valve lashes again. Just double check everything and then do the procedure of torquing up the cap bolts, because you've got to torque them up and you've got to loosen to spin the crank, loosen and then torque them back up, then spin the crank again, loosen another two caps and then torque them back up, and then you've got to not spin the crank, so you spin the cam, then spin the cam again and undo the another two caps, then re-torque them again. I'm not sure why. It's probably because on the cam you've got lobes and they sitting on the valves, so they're under tension, so you probably have to take the tension off those ones and then torque them up with no tension on them. I'm guessing that's the only logical thing I can think of, but anyhow, that's what it says in the Toyota procedure, which I'm going by. And so do that, and then I got a Tomy belt, not a HKS this time. Apparently Tomys are better for high pressure valve trains, so we're going to do that, put all that together. I got a Walbro fuel pump which I need to fit, and I got someone over in America, someone called Brandon. He's highly recommended on the 2J forums. He's going to map the car for me, so we'll no longer be running extremely rich as it was before, as you've seen. He's just going to do the base map, do it remotely through the laptop, make sure everything's all okay, and then once the car is drivable, I'll get my pop shaft and get it MOT'd. In the UK you need an MOT if you drive it on the road, so once it's MOT'd and drivable, then he's going to road tune it for me. I would like to get on a dyno and get a dyno tuned, but apparently this guy, he's got like a 7 or 8 second Supra and he knows his stuff, so everybody's recommended him. So I'm going to go with him and see what it's like. But I can't wait. In the meantime, I don't know if I've shown you already, but I painted this red. It's the only colour I had here, which is the only colour paint I had here. This was just like steel, and it was going, this is something I made because of the throttle cable, and it was going like that rusty effect on the surface. And so I just painted that, and not only that, my little intercooler mount, which I made, I gave him a little bit of paint as well. It looks right actually. I'd actually pay someone, and I'll buy these. If they were for sale, I would have bought these, but I made it myself, drilled some holes in. It goes on the, let me show you. Oh, I can't show you, but because the slam panel's not on, but it bolts onto the slam panel, and then you've got a hole there for the intercooler, like that. So it bolts onto the slam panel and on the intercooler, like that. We have got a new fuel pressure regulator because the eBay special, that crap, doesn't now allow me to go any lower than 60 psi, so we've got a fuel pressure problem. Quite annoying, so I'm hoping it's this. So we put a new Walbro 400 fuel pump in the tank, exactly the same problem. The lowest psi of fuel pressure I can get is 60, and that's with this all the way out, and it's 60, so it might be something stuck inside here, not sure, but this fuel pressure only cost me 20 odd quid. So we've got a Tomy, however you pronounce it, type L fuel pressure regulator. This was 165 quid, so I'm hoping that will sort it out. Another thing is my fuel pump is a bit intermittent now. Well, it was before, that's why I changed the fuel pump in the first place. Well, I needed to upgrade anyway, but it's got its mind of its own. Sometimes it'll prime when you turn the condition on, sometimes it won't. So I don't know if it's a dodgy relay, not sure. So I'm going to swap some relays over, or it could be some wiring issue on the fuel pump side, because when we're cranking the car to build oil pressure, I would disconnect the fuel pump on the plug, so it's on off, put it back on. So I don't know if that's damaged the wiring, not sure. So we've got some investigating to do. Going to try and sort that out and go from there really. We are now going to make the exhaust a bit more better. We got the welder out, and we are going to, like I said, we're going to make some exhaust piping a bit more better than just a straight tube. Got the prop shaft delivered yesterday, so we're also going to fit that, and hopefully in this video we are going to drive this 2J E46 out the workshop. Not very far, but it's something. But until I get an MOT, get it a bit more roadworthy, change the brakes and all the bushings, there's drop links and all that bits and bobs. Basically check it all over get an MOT. In the UK, you need a MOT to make it road legal, to make sure it's all safe. So I'm going to be doing all that, then get an MOT, and then we can actually drive it on the road. But in the meantime, fit the pop shaft today and just drive it out. Looking forward to doing that. So I've just made this piece at the moment, this bend, just tacked it for now. This is what I was cleaning up just a minute ago, get some nice tacks. And now I'm going to test fit that on the car, and I think I need another slight angle, so something like that I think, but I'm going to put that on the car and see where I need to put that, and then mark it with a line, a bit of pen like that, and go from there. So we are making the exhaust centre section. I'm just welding it up now, getting a bit better at the welding, as you can see, but you're going to finish this off and then fit it to the car and see where I need to well, as you can see, I've bodged this up. This was the exhaust bracket for the OEM BMW exhaust, because on the BMW exhaust it's actually rectangle, it's squashed through here because there's not much space from the chassis and this bracket. So from BMW it's like a rectangle, so obviously this is the original exhaust mount. So what I'm going to do, or what I figured out, is cut it and weld this little piece onto the pipe here somewhere. But so I put this on the car, see exactly where I need it, and do the same on the other side like that. But I can't have the bottom piece because this is a 3-inch pipe and the BMW one's like a 2-inch rectangle. There she is, the exhaust centre section which I just made. Put a little bracket there. Now I've got to fit that to the car and put the back box on. It turns out we can't drive the car out the workshop because I messed up. Well, I didn't mess up. The prop shaft dimension for the front section was completely correct. That fitted like a dream. But the rear section, this piece here, so you've got the front section here, like that. That would go like that. So this is off the automatic transmission because we're manual now. We've got a manual gearbox. We've got a manual prop shaft. And the manual prop shaft is different than the automatic prop shaft. Obviously for the front, that's why I got sent off the manual prop shaft, the front section, to have it, was it shortened? I think it was shortened because the gearbox was pushed back further. But I thought the rear sections were the same size. I thought the manual one and the automatic one were the same length because obviously they mount in the same place. Anyhow, turns out it's not. So I've actually sent off the manual section of the prop shaft to get that slightly extended. I think it was 9 centimeters extended, something like that. Anyway, can't remember exact dimensions, but it's off at Dave Mack prop shaft. I don't know if you heard of him, but his work is very, very good. So while I'm waiting to get that back, we are gonna, well, what I've already done is fit in the front bumper, but we've got to cut away some pieces because obviously the fog light can't go there no more because we got a boost pipe there. So I've had to cut that all out. I've got to do some more cutting where I've marked it too, because it's hitting there, as you can see. And the same on this side. So if you look here, I've got to do some more cutting here, because it's hitting the boost pipe there. I've already cut this piece away. And here, for the oil cooler, I've had to cut that. That fits there all decent. Also, we fitted the lights, the indicator. Still got to fit the wing on the other side. My wings here are rusty as anything, as you can see, but we are going wide over fenders. Not sure how they're fit yet, but I know the rear ones just get riveted on. So I'm not sure if the front ones get riveted on or not. If they do, we've got all this away. So there's no point buying new wings until I buy those over fenders to see how they fit. If they rivet on, then decent, just keep these wings, cut this away. And if they're an actual piece, like an actual wing, where they bolt on, then just unbolt this and put the new one on. But so there's no point buying them yet, because I don't need them yet. The main thing is get the car driving and on the road. Probably have to take that up for the MOT, but it's only going to be temporarily. And so let's finish cutting the front bumper part of it. So I've had to cut some of this off, some here and here, because this is where the oil cooler piping sits, the AN hosing, the fittings. So I had to make some clearance here. Eventually I'll get a nice front bash bar but in the meantime, this was going to have to do. I've had to cut some here as well, and some more. Just got a cut here, and here. That's the end of this video, I'm afraid. It's a shame that we couldn't get this car driving in this video, but make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video where we do drive out of here, and hopefully we don't drive into the field, the other side of the yard, because the brakes don't work, and hopefully they'll stay on. But we have nearly fitted a front bumper. There's a few bit more cutting we need to do, and we still got to fit this wing, so hopefully do that in the next video. We have also got to put all of the bits and bobs on the back boot lid. That's how the exhaust is going to sit. It's going to be pushed in a bit more, but kind of like that. And we also got to fit all this interior. Mrs did this, and a bit of a mess, as you can see. And I can't remember where it all went because I wasn't the one who took it all apart. I don't know God knows where the bolts are. But we've got to put all that back together as well. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss another video. Hopefully we drive this thing out of here in the next one. Cheers for watching. Just look at it. It looks absolutely insane.